the New York Stock Exchange. This drop overnight was pretty crazy. I remember like looking at the charts last night, just seeing this huge drop. Putting this big wick on the daily. So you kind of just stay zoomed out though. Still in bullish structure. 4-hour imbalance supporting price. Even with that drop. So that's good for bulls. Personally, still kind of 50-50 on the day with that drop. It's kind of messed up. I didn't even see any news that caused that, to be honest. And then I was also watching this 30-minute setup, right? This closure here. And I was looking maybe for a scalp before the open. If we go to the 3-minute, you can see we had the closure. New candle makes the wick here. And I was looking for a closure below here. Didn't get it until this candle right here. Like this volatility was crazy. So didn't get the closure, and then we just kind of spiked down. It was really weird. And I don't really see any news except Trump's tweeting about clearing mines in the Hormuz Strait. So that's like the only thing that I see that might have like just caused this 75 handle 3-minute candle out of nowhere. Just a weird market, man. Just a weird market. But I got my green shirt on because we're about to go green on the day. I'm feeling it. Took a good loss yesterday. I was also watching, someone mentioned GC in the chat. Yeah. I was also watching, here's the daily, right? Not the best structure in the daily. I mean, I was kind of looking for a sell-off yesterday. Didn't really get it. But now we swept previous day low. We're still inside this daily candle here, but swept previous day low. So if you go on the 4-hour, you're kind of putting in like a candle 2 closure here in the next hour, probably. Already have this candle 2, candle 3, candle 4 expansion on the hourly. And this is a pretty clean 5-minute setup. I wasn't at the desk yet, but closure here off this low. And just a nice run up to this high right here and these projections that we're hitting now. So we'll see now what it wants to do. What's up, Tyler? What's up, Reaper? Don't really have an idea of, like, on the lower time frames, even the hourly kind of sus on NASDAQ. But if you zoom out 4-hour, still have bullish structure off this imbalance right here. Still continuing this run, right? Sorry, I'm trying to zoom out. Still continuing this run here. So we've swept previous week high now, right here. There's still this external low right here. We have a candle 2 closure on the 1-hour. So honestly, failure swings all down here as well. All these failure swings. Little imbalance here. If we can maybe close below here, you might be able to get a pre-9 o'clock, 9:30 open entry, or something like this, down. That's kind of what I'm watching at the moment. So let's watch this imbalance here. This 1-hour candle kind of looks like indecision, but the only reason I feel like this wick is here is because of this drop, you know. So we'll see how we react to this gap. Don't want to see it run too much higher. You can fill it in, but if it starts running higher, then I'm looking back at this high to be taken out. And I probably won't look for a short. Do you have a girlfriend ever? You're saying you have a calming voice. Yeah, we're pattern trading at TTFM now. %. We'll see. Let's also watch gold as well. Yeah, I'm just keeping my bias loose, as Tyler would say. I mean, the daily profile. There really isn't one. I'm just staying fluid. If anything, you look at the 4 hour on ES. Straight consolidation, right? And you kind of have an upward trending consolidation on NQ. So good morning. Maybe not. Other than gold, do I do I drink coffee? Not every day. More just cause like on the weekends I might for fun. Cause it tastes good. But I don't like need it every day. I don't drink a lot of caffeine, honestly. I don't really drink energy drinks. I don't really drink coffee every day. I don't really take pre-workout. I will have a sugar-free Red Bull sometimes on the weekends if I'm just like chilling. Maybe a coffee. First one to like my reel. Appreciate it. I'd play it on here so you guys can see it, but I don't want to get copyright striked. YouTube really needs to like come up with a solution where we can kind of just play copyrighted music. Kind of like how Instagram you can like create reels with copyrighted music and not get a strike. They need to let like us use that on streams so I can not have to worry about that stuff. If you guys, I don't want to have to like search around for uncopyrighted music because it's like what I mean, some of them are good. But I have songs that I want to listen to. There's still these equal highs on ES though, up here. It's in this consolidation for the most part. Just kind of keeping it loose. I don't really have a firm bias today, so I'm kind of just looking for a scout. If we do want us to start running, then I'll look for some kind of continuation, right? But just off the higher time frame structure, like NQ looks the strongest. Because even though we might be in a choppy kind of consolidation-ish price action, we're still making higher highs, whereas ES is not, and YM is not. What's this price action called? Dumpster fire. Yeah, and the structure on the 4 hour is still bullish. You're kind of watching this gap as well around 10 o'clock to see what we want to do. So when in doubt, zoom out. $5-minute. There's a gap here we've hit on ES, a gap here on NQ, and a gap here on YM. Almost 13 minutes. Sorry, 18 minutes until the open. Yeah, 3 inside days. I mean, I guess you're talking about this day right here. Yeah, inside this day. Like I said, we're kind of just in this consolidation on ES. Waiting for the open. Gold still coming down. Be cool if we got like a 4 hour candle 2 closure. Maybe put in some like 15-minute swing point to go long. I don't mind this to kind of keep dropping. Then kind of close back above around 10 o'clock and just enter immediately right around 10. Stop here somewhere. Could even want to come down in this 1 hour gap. Maybe close candle 2 back inside the range. Let me look for a 5-minute entry. Yeah, like these spikes, man. Not a fan. Very annoying price action. Bullish or bearish indices? Higher time frame, like 4 hour structure, still bullish. We're kind of just in a consolidation, so I don't really have a firm bias, if I'm being honest. Short term, I mean, the structure was looking clear. At least short term lower. Because you have this like expansion, met with expansion right here. The hourly candle 2 closure, respecting these bearish arrays. So like short term, still thinking lower, but that could easily change with the open. See, I'm not seeing any news coming through. Last thing was 25 minutes ago. He's talking about shooting any boats that come through the strait. One of my favorite type of trades. Yeah, I like the 15-minute hourly, maybe even the 5-minute here and there before the open and just hold through it. Generally, when I'm getting in those, though, it's usually like around 8-ish. It's not like close to the open. And then I like those 10 a.m. continuations as well. On like a 5-minute or a 3-minute. I like those better than the 1 minute. So he's just spamming tweets on Truth Social. He's spamming. All right, so gold's now tapped into this imbalance. If we close back above, this will be a protected swing once we close candle 2 here. It's kind of given like a accumulation, manipulation, distribution as well. Little breaker pattern. Vibe. Maybe gold's going to set up for a clean move. You kind of have some equalish highs right here. And then you also have previous day's high up here. So let's just mark those out. Yeah, I'm not liking the market conditions. They were fun, but no one likes to trade a news driven market. And when the news is unpredictable, and the markets can move off a tweet. It's like, bruh. One of y'all should run for president. One of y'all in the chat. Got 10 minutes till the open. What's up, Value Turtle? Welcome. First time in. Welcome. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure to subscribe. Well, actually, I know Value Turtle already has, because you have to like subscribe and wait 5 minutes before you can chat. So I appreciate it. The funniest thing ever, though, no one's done this yet, but people come in here and like talk shit, you know? Like, bro, you kidly came in here, subscribed, and waited 5 minutes to talk shit. Like, get a life. The indicators I use, just these two, really. TTFM indicator. By 2 degrees. Created by my friend T Trades. And then this one right here, so you can destroy profile, and I just use it to paint out the sessions. Right, and here are the settings for that. And I have a lot of the stuff turned off. I really just use it to paint the sessions. Yeah, if you want, I just showed them. You can go back and screenshot, pause the video and screenshot them. The first indicator, this one, just a little watermark up here. I think it looks cleaner than having everything just jammed up here. Am I married? No. I am not married. I'm married to the game. Married to the charts. Probably put in a new high here, see how it reacts. It's not looking like we're can't talk. It's not looking like we're gonna get a setup pre-market. I wanted this 3-minute one here with a 30-minute closure, but it just dumped. So that was gonna be a nice little scout. Let's watch. Kind of zooming out. Gold's still exactly where it was a few minutes ago. Married to the game. Yeah. This week's been tough. Basically break even last week. -1 R so far from yesterday on the week. Funny that setup, like we got long off this expansion. Stop here. Got wicked out. It chopped forever. And finally made moves, you know. So unfortunate. But he got wicked out on this candle right here. And then it just swept. Retraced this whole move in a matter of like 15 minutes. And we've kind of been inside this ever since. Yeah, I need to get a new PC because like the PC I have currently, I don't think it can handle the streaming plus the charting. Um, this PC I built in high school. It was like a decade ago. I've slowly upgraded the RAM a little bit here and there and some other stuff. But I also want a PC that's gonna charge my camera while it's like being used. That's the problem. I don't think this PC does that. So I need to get a new setup. This candle? I looked, I couldn't see any news. Just in survival mode. Like I don't mind trading this. I don't have a problem trading continuations, right? But it's when we start chopping without any kind of daily swings at all. Or maybe we put one in, potentially go lower, but it just pushes higher again. But that's the tricky part. I don't mind logging further into all-time highs. I've done it for a while. You were doing it all over here on this run past here. Yeah, see, this looks like just consolidation now. I'm gonna wait. I don't like how it's gonna take a minute to close below here. Like if it just immediately closed below, but the fact we wicked the opening price and came back in the range. There's now SMT at these highs. And we're so close to the open. We got 3 minutes left till the open. But yeah, what I'm starting to do is on the days we actually take trades and stuff, chopping those up into like shorter videos and just publishing them on YouTube as well. That way you don't have to go searching through the live streams to find those things. You can just go to my channel here and find them, right? So this is from yesterday. I got a few more queued up. Like if we don't take a trade today, I have one that's going to post at 2 a.m. from last week. I'm just kind of like clear the backlog of the trades we've taken on these streams and publish them here. And eventually maybe even pay someone to highlight or chop up and make like a highlight video of like education plus trades maybe. So if you guys are editors or know any editors, I'm looking for someone to chop up these streams, not into kind of like shorter form videos from these live streams, and then also create some like short form content for TikTok as well. So if you guys are editors, there's an email in my channel description. Go to my homepage, pull it up, go here, click more, there's an email. You can hit view email address, send me an email if you're interested. This thing is not moved. Are we in a simulation? Do I need to refresh this? Okay. I'm making sure. TradingView be acting weird sometimes. But open in 20 seconds. All right, we're open. YM up. NQ down. It's been the theme for the past month. Just a mixed open. You can see ES still sideways so far. So I'm saying, like, even if you want a long ride at open and you have some kind of swing, one could do the complete opposite than the other. You know? That's the annoying part. What's up, Miss Darth Vader? Yeah, 50-50 open. Like, those are the worst. What's up, Marco? Oh, yeah. Earnings season. So a new high on this hourly. I'm not seeing any kind of closers or anything that I like so far on the higher time frames. We might get one here on a 4 hour, right? At 10. I want to do another poll, but it's just going to be 50-50 probably. Higher, lower. This PA is kind of buns. So NQ's wick this high now. Sorry, YM is wicked this high now. Yeah, exactly. 10 o'clock. That's been the theme. Not a lot of clean structure like overnight. So you can't really, hasn't really been a lot of opportunity to enter before the open and hold to the open. So usually if that's the case, then you got to wait till 10 when trading like the 5 minute and higher for entries. Check on gold. Oil. Oil kind of swept pre-market lows. Candle 2 closure. Yeah, look at YM off this high. Watch it flip now. Morning milk. Esteban. Buenos dias. Buenos dias, senor. Yeah, there's some like 9:45 like PMI medium impact stuff. That's it for the day. That's about it. We're still in this 15-minute gap here across the board. $30-minute entry. On which asset? Yeah, if you can kind of like frame both sides, then it's not one-sided, obviously, and then you're kind of just guessing or gambling at that point. Technically, we are gambling. We just have an edge. But if it's 50-50, then you don't have an edge, and now you're gambling. Like the player, not the house. One-sided? Which direction? Let's do a poll. Bullish or bearish today? Polls out. Go vote. Are you bullish or bearish today? And I'll then once I end it, I'll tell you which one I am. How about that? I'll give you till. If you haven't voted yet, vote. We'll close it in a few minutes. 20 something votes. So far, it's 80% bullish. I'd be sick if this thing waited to close above here till 10. All right. Gonna close the poll in a minute. All right, I'm closing it. %77 bullish. I'll be honest. I'm kind of bullish too off this 4-hour gap. It's been holding for the past couple hours. Not couple hours. 12 hours. Yeah, everyone's short now. I'm bullish. Everyone's short. I'm bullish until we take out previous day high. How about that? That's still intact. And then it's like, okay. There's all these swings down here. Kind of annoying. And this 15-minute imbalance is holding. It's really messy, but it's holding. Honestly, gold looks like the only setup that's actually like worth a damn. Kind of just seeing how this 4-hour closes at 10 as well. All this imbalance. And then we have some failure swings we could target. We stay high up here. Equal highs right here. You might get a nice 30-minute closure too, alongside a 15-minute if it waits around. So this would be like your New York reversal almost. Kind of depends on what time you determine New York starts. Yeah, let's watch this closure of the 15. There's a little imbalance here that it's going to close above, so that's a good sign. All right, 9:45. You're getting that news of PMI right here. So let's see. Closer and closer to 10. Yeah, this does not look fun to trade. And even the 30-minute holding this gap so far. Not the cleanest, but hmm. See, I don't like this 3-minute closure on NASDAQ because it left this low. You know, there's really no POI that this closure, the swing point, is forming in. Now, if there's SMT at these lows here, then yeah, I would count it, right? But there's not. Because now it's just failure swings. We're taking out this high now on NQ. Already taking it on YM. Pending on ES. And then previous day high up here. Which is also a new all-time high. Yeah, crazy wick on this move right here. You're about to hit previous day high on ES as well. Right here. So let's see how this 1 hour closes in the 4 hour. How many gold can I get? I wanted to take this. 3. I mean, gold looks the cleanest out of everything. Clean structure, clear targets. We just kind of hit this lower end of the daily range, right? But it could have an outside day. But I really want to see it close above, like on this candle. If not, wait for the next one, and then it could turn into a consolidation, right? Instead of just being a pullback retracement to go higher. Yeah, gold and silver have S&T. S&T where? On the daily? Oh, you on this candle here. Yeah. Yeah, these lows. So gold technically stronger. There she goes. About to get a 30-minute closure too. Just gotta hope it closes around the opening price here. Just chill out around here, you know. The next 7 minutes. Ooh. Don't worry, I'm watching the indices for all you indice traders. On my other screen. There's not much to look at over there. Just chop. Choppy mess. Oil. I mean, oil's swept this low out by like a few points. Also an imbalance there on a 4-hour, right? Structure's still bullish. Get an hourly candle 2 closure after making a new low a day. And you have this high and this high from the. I'm saying, like, this wick though, everyone's like, oh, that was Tesla earnings probably. I think Marco said that. Why is oil spiking on Tesla earnings? It don't make any sense. I just don't see a POI that a 15-minute could dip into to go higher. So you're probably looking at a 5-minute candle 4 entry because this is candle 3 that's about to close. Maybe sweep this low out and do something like this on a 5-minute for oil. So let's mark that out as a potential setup for oil longs. And then it's just about which one you want to take because this might not form. We're seeing this wick here. That's another reason why I don't just enter off like once we cross the opening price, because it could wick it, make a new low, then go higher, or go into consolidation, right? Then sweep the external range low, the consolidation to go higher. We always gotta wait for that closure above. All right, let's watch this hourly close and this 4-hour close. Are we waiting on Hormuz? How do you say it? Hormuz? Hormuz? Or Trump? Personally, I think we're waiting on one of the big boys to make the first move in the market. It's like we're all-time highs. Like, who's buying this? We're at big fig 27,000 right here. Big figure. Highest the market has ever been. We pretty much rejected it last time here. We're back at it. So as the title of the stream says, are we gonna get a breakout into uncharted territory? Or is it gonna be a fake out? These aren't just clickbait titles. This is the truth. What are we gonna get? I mean, 1 minute, 15 minute getting put in here at 10. If that aligns with a bearish hourly close, we got some little equal lows here. Layer swings. I'm not saying I'm flipping bias, but something to monitor and be objective about when you're looking for a scalp. Something to keep in mind. All right, we got 2 minutes until this closure. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Uh-oh. I'm back. Dude, we could close bearish on the 4-hour maybe. Let's watch. Watch and see. In this 15-minute candle. Back and forth, back and forth. There's your closure. 1 hour candle through closure. At a POI, right? You have a gap here. This is the last imbalance before this high. At the daily opening price as well. So it's 30 minutes, 15. The 4 hour didn't close back inside the range, but you can see here gold also did not close above here. The candle. Maybe we'll get something off this down close candle though. Let's watch. Right? T spot. Closure above. Um, oh yeah, let's check on oil. New hourly. I just don't like. If we had swept this low and closed back above, would have been great. Not a fan of leaving this low. It's also like no wick on this hourly candle yet. Which is kind of sus. We're starting to kind of move on NQ though. Let's look at indices. He just dumped. $10 a.m. trend time. I used to trade options under this Indian guy in this Discord, and he would like live stream. He'd always be like, 10 a.m. trend time, 10 a.m. trend time in the market. I can't even check the silver a good 15-minute setup. I can't even trade silver. Silver looks like gold off the 4 hour closure. Bullish closure. But if it's, I wouldn't be shorting. Honestly, I can't short because there's no changes to delivery in the 15-minute. Even though we closed back below this candle's high. I need a changes to delivery to confirm it. I mean, we're in this chop fest right now. I wouldn't mind a little swing right here to go, you know, into all these failure swings right here. Like, geez. Just sketchy wicks. Like, what are we doing? I mean, NQ definitely looks the weakest off this dump here. You know? But is it going to retrace this whole move back? I'm going to set an alert for so I don't miss this. Price just crossing that trend line. There we go. So it starts to cross above. I'll get pinged. Little tip for you guys if you didn't know you could do that. Now it pops up in here. Yeah, see, look. Big close above here. We wicked that high. Now it looks like it wants to come back down to these lows. Dude, that's a nasty close on a 5 minute. Gold rebounding. Then we might get a nice little setup on gold. I'm telling you. 4 hour 15 minute is my favorite. Basically looks like something like this. Basically anticipating this 4 hour wick has been put in. Trade the body, expanding higher. And what's nice about trading these 4 hour candle expansions is that they're 4 hours long. So you can kind of like just hold for 4 hours. And we're trading a 15 minute chart, so it makes sense. You can do like a time-based exit. Take profits along the way. Hold runners until the 4 hour candle is done. This does not look like something I want to trade, to be honest. This does. If it can give us an entry. Confirm. 30 minute. We're hitting the hourly imbalances now, right? Opening price of this series of down close candles. So yeah, that's that. We also take a stab at shorts, you know? We got a minute 30 until this closes below. It's just, there's a 5 minute imbalance here that has not been tapped. It just kind of seems like we're in a consolidation. And it's like, I don't want to really trade that. I do like how we swept this and came down. Do I know the Zach Smith meme? What's the Zach Smith meme? Now YM is kind of going to the upside. Pick a direction, my guy. Swap these highs now on YM. I mean, look at the last few hourly candles. Just indecision, obviously. There's that 5 minute gap. Looks like it wants to tap into. Yeah, no closer below that. After years of experience, do you think gold is running by the same algo? I mean, kind of ICT based. I don't know. I just trade TTFM. I use those concepts, but like I don't try and think too much about it. Down the rabbit hole of like Who moves the market? I don't really care who moves the market. You know, if the edge is there, it's there, and I'll just trade it. Find me the Zach Smith meme. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't even touched indices today. It's just like the metals are looking clean for a second. Do they want to behave or not? Nah? You're about to get a new 15-minute candle off this imbalance right here. And here. I mean, it looks like it wants these lows. You have SMT at these highs right here. With, obviously YM, but ES. I don't even know if I want to touch it. This 5-minute gap has still not been hit. We got 16. No, we got 18 likes on the stream. Not too shabby. We can do way better than that, though. If you're new here, subscribe. If you haven't already, dropped a like on the video. Helps me out. Look at this thing just running. Open. 01. It's like we can't even close below here on the 1 minute. This thing's running. This thing's running. This thing's kind of just chilling. I don't know if I like shorts off this. And I don't like the 3-minute either with these equal highs up here. An unfilled 5-minute gap. It can just dump, but it's going to do it without me. Yeah, we got 25 likes. Can we get to like 40 or 50? We can easily do that. Oil. Finally took that low out that I was talking about. Now, can we get a 5-minute setup on oil? Yeah. I mean, you literally have selling off here on a Q, running higher on YM, chopping sideways ES. It's not the highest probability conditions to trade. We could literally just keep putting in these damn failure swings here, you know, come back in the range. And if we don't get us up in a while, maybe we close candle 2 daily bearish today. And then look for a short tomorrow. Back to these lows. Really just need to see what it wants to do. Gold kind of looking like it wants to go higher. Same with the indices. See, now you're seeing this. Exactly why I didn't want to go short. Unfilled gap here. Decoupled at the time of the short entry. It's not the highest probability trading conditions on the indices. Let's see, the next 15 minutes, we could get a long entry on gold. These highs look like they want to get swept. Marco says gold. I agree. I got my green shirt on. Are we going to go green today or are we going to stay flat? We got 31 likes in the stream. I think we can get 50. For sure. We got 70-something people in here. The indicator is TTFM. It's in my description. It's in my bio. Down below this video. Gold, gold, gold. I'm liking the gold. Because look at the PA, right? Just look at phases of price. Kind of this like consolidation, expansion below that. So this would be your accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? Expansion method. The expansion is a reversal. The slow choppy move down, retracement. And then we expand out of that. Combine that with these high time frame candle closures. Does it get better than that? I don't think so. And so when you have all that aligning, right, using the phases of price, and you can also combine that with like weekly profiles, daily profiles, then you kind of piece all these little puzzles together. They all kind of align with what you think the day is going to do. And that's how you get your like A+ setups, right? Would you rather trade something that's kind of clean like this, or come over here and force stuff in this? Kind of like wiki, choppy. It's like I'm already getting lost like looking at this 5-minute chart. Like even the 1 hour looks like buns. Like it's really the 4 hour that's kind of telling you what's going on. We're still in this gap. Keep hitting it. And chopping around it. And like ES is already kind of saying, hey, we're kind of consolidating here. So there's really nothing to do until we break out of this on indices. Orange juice. Let's look at natural gas used to be kind of fun. I bet that's moving now. Or look at natural gas daily. Holy. Natural gas is almost like what, 20 cents? That's like a 1700% move. Let's see. Can we get up and close above here in the next 9? Yeah. Just having to sit here and like watch it. Like, okay, now I'm thinking bullish because of this, and now I'm thinking bearish because of this. Just flip-flopping back and forth. It kind of just mentally drains you. Like, it's not even worth it. Like, just trying to catch something down to these failure swings when it doesn't want to drop. It's draining. It'd be draining. But if you're new, welcome. If you're a regular, I guess we can call it that now. Welcome back. YM's having the time of its life while everything else kind of sits in the dump. So far, this is not looking like it wants to expand higher after sweeping this high. Because you want to see it stay above 50% of the previous candle, right? And it's not really doing that. You know? So it kind of just looks like it wants to roll over. You have equal lows. You know? Like this low. Pretty much equal with this one. Buy side of the curve, kind of sell side now. Even if you got in here. I don't know. Gold looks like. Yeah, type in GT. I'm giving away my Porsche to one lucky winner. I was trying to do a TradeZilla giveaway today, but my plug never texted me back. My TradeZilla plug. He's sick. Maybe he's watching the stream right now. We got plugs for the software. Software plug. All right, 5 minutes until it looks looking promising on gold. Let's watch that. We've done 66% of the volume in the past 20 days today so far, on average. Can you take me higher? They might be able to copyright us for streaming music, but not singing it. So what's the difference? I just hope I can trade this with the margins. I think it's like $9,000 per contract. I don't think I have a problem doing it. My stop's going to go on the bodies of the down close candles. Just to get a better RR than down here. You guys can listen to your own music. How about that? This high is basically a 2R. And you have all these equal highs right here. Along the way, the previous day high. So if we were going to get a long on gold, it's going to be, and we're going to hit previous day high, it would be an outside day. Appreciate it, Eduardo. Words of Wisdom podcast. And on the 5 minute, you kind of have this like breaker pattern, right? You got your high, your low, your high, your lower low. So like I feel comfortable putting my stop below the breaker low, which happens to be below the 15-minute body on the order blocks. So this is looking pretty promising. This dude's over here trading a 15-second chart. So look, my alert just triggered for crossing there. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong. This thing needs a wait, man. Hold on, hold on. Wait for me. You're hit -2. Can we go to -4? Because, like, technically, think about it. I got 2 minutes. I can talk. If we're going to expand here on this 4 hour, we've already put the wick in. We want to trade the body higher. I don't want to see it come back to the opening price of this candle, right? I want to see it start to run. Much less the low. Put in a new low. So, we need to close above here, though. And just know that if you're going to put your stop below the body and not the wick, you can get stopped out and the trade still be valid, right? So you got to be okay with that. But we're wicking the opening price again. Don't like that. It needs to close above. For me to get in. You're about to have a 30-minute closure. Candle 2. Just haven't confirmed it yet until we close above these down close candles. This is looking pretty promising. Overall. Yeah, so you said NQ finally hit that 5-minute imbalance that we were talking about, right? Boom. Going with gold because it just looks way cleaner. And yeah, the indices are just chopping. Yeah, I swear they probably, I don't know if they have algos that like listen. I'm not a big fish. Like, there's no way there are people listening to my streams trying to like catch me, take my money. I'm not that paranoid. Doesn't look like we're gonna get the closure though, unfortunately. Yeah, if they're listening, I'm gonna blow my account if we go higher on gold. I'm gonna blow my account. See, that's annoying, man. Gotta wait another 15 minutes. You can't rush greatness. Yeah, spam the chat. We want a short. See, now if it just starts pushing on this new 15-minute, that's annoying, right? But maybe we can hop it if it does on a 3-minute. Once we close above here and confirm this candle closure. All right, let's go look back at oil. Here's your 3-minute. Can't rush greatness. This is a mess. It's pretty messy. Although it kind of does look like it's coiled for like a move. Right? YM still kind of doing its thing. I mean, gold still looks like it might want to close above. We're just going to have to wait another 15. Honestly, I would prefer longs on this just to keep the party going. Kind of looks like ES might want to go for previous day high. Chop everyone up a bit, meat grinder, and then start moving. Let's zoom out. I don't see any candle closures in here that I like for longs. None really here either, or here on the hourly. 4 hour, same thing, except for here on YM is a 4-hour closure. But I'm not really seeing much. It's making my head hurt staring at it. Yeah, low quarters all day. What's silver doing? Silver basically same look. It's the -1. New phase of price. The -2 kind of aligns with these equal highs up here. Previous day high. It looks pretty sweet. It's just not ready yet. We need a Trump tweet. We need a Trump tweet. We got 31 likes on stream. Can we get to 40 something? 40. 9 more. I think we'll get a setup on gold if we can get to like 40 to 50 likes. We're at what now? We're at 32. 36. Okay. Chill out, guys. Whoa. That was a big jump. We need 4 more until we hit our goal of 40. There's 37. See, personally, I don't want to see gold come below 50% of the previous candle, right? I want to see it stay strong in the upper half, this range, and go higher. 2 more. 1 more at 39. One more. Eight minutes on this candle. What a shit morning on the indices. Boom, 40. Let's get it. Appreciate you guys. All right, here we go. Can you take? Yeah, everyone unlike now. No, don't do that, because then we're not gonna close above if you do that. All right. And if we close above here, the next 15-minute candle, I want to see, can we close candle 2 on the hourly and confirm it up here? We're in this 5-minute imbalance, right? But we're also respecting this one here. So that's a nice little sign on the lower time frames so far. Yeah, pump it up just a little bit. Just so I can get my nice RR. All right, I don't want to have to enter like up here. I mean, I will, but the closer to this opening price, the better. Indices still not doing shit. All right, who unliked? Come on. Three, two, one, boom. It's like watching paint dry, but worse. Oil. There's no DOI. It's just a tiny little imbalance like right here. But RB or HO. It doesn't really look that good, honestly. Silver. Even the 4x gold pairs don't look that good. She's just not ready yet. We'll see. We still got 5 minutes. Could easily pop back up there. This thing is consolidating. It looks prime for a move, I'm telling you. It's looking prime for a move. I'm on 1 minute YM right now. Everything looks like bonds. I mean, maybe a 3 minute entry just for some kind of continuation, but I'd rather just wait for the gold setup. Honestly, there's no swing point to trade away from on here. If anything, there's a bunch of failure swings. What I don't want to happen is sweep this high, and then the whole market reverses, right? Like that. Because there's a high right here as well. It could tap into, right? It could go boom. Gross. My little brother's coming to visit me this weekend. Staying with me. All right, minute 30 on this. 15-minute setup. 5 minute. Can we close above here in the next minute 20? My brother does not trade. I need to get some like custom emojis for the chat. We have like a boom or a 3-2-1 emoji. 3-2-1 emoji and then a boom emoji. Like all right, didn't get the closure. Man, this shit lame as hell. You did get a closure here though. I just don't know if I can even trade oil. Uh, Meaning Even if I wanted to. Like, wrong one. Yeah, I can't even trade oil. Whack. It's like 12 grand per contract. To hold one. All right, it needs to close like on this candle, or else I'm not interested anymore. And even that's pushing it. Generally, I want to see it close within like a few candles above, or else it just looks like consolidation now. Because you're looking for that V-shaped recovery, right? Close above. But now it's kind of just looking like it wants to roll back down. What is shit lame as hell? Wait. That 3-minute setup we were talking about? It's wick this high. I think. High is 667. No, it's equal highs. All right, remember I said what I didn't want it to do? If it closed above, enter here, wick the high, and come back down, right? What I didn't want it to see. I mean, the YM's the only one that's actually moving, so. Might as well watch it. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Me too. All I want to do is pull the button on the slot machine. I just want to gamble, man. Can I just press the buttons? Please? I just want to pull the lever on the slot machine. We need to have an emoji for where is it? It's a magnet emoji. We need an emoji for market conditions. Where is it? Yeah, I'm blind. I mean, it's already 10:50. Man, at this rate, we got 10 minutes left on this hourly. It's like in a holding pattern. And previous day high. YM. It's like the only real like target I see. Previous day high across the board. But for Bitcoin, no. I'm looking for the dog shit emoji. Yeah. Where it hurts more. Missing a trade, taking a loser. Depends on if the loss is a good loss or a bad loss. Is it a good loss? Then I'd say missing a trade. If it was a good A plus setup and I just missed it. But if it's just a move that I realistically have no edge in, maybe hopping in on and it just starts running, then it doesn't feel bad, right? It's not a part of my system. If it's a bad loss and missing a trade, then I say the bad loss hurts because I knew I broke my rules. I wouldn't have taken that trade again. So gold looks like it wants the lows. Or sorry, oil. We might get a closure. Dear Lord. Needs to close on this candle or I'm not interested in gold anymore. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's still respecting this imbalance, right? You're about to get a candle 2 closure on the hourly as well. Just has to close up here to confirm it. A late morning setup. And then maybe hold it till lunch-ish. That's like 4 15-minute candles. Or just hold it rest of the day if it's going to be a grinder. All right, so we talked about why I'm hitting this level. And then maybe reversing, right? Doing something like this. I'm not really interested in indices anymore. This is pretty much the only setup I'm interested in at the moment. I'm not really seeing this push though on the other assets like Euro gold, GBP gold, or silver really yet. Hasn't really started on silver yet. Let me see silver close here. Really just this asset is making this push, which is kind of sketchy. An ES. Close. Taking out this high. YM. Same thing. We got 5 minutes until this candle closes. Kind of looks like a little A Manipulation, distribution, right? Yeah, we are tapping into the daily opening price here. Right, little speed bump there to go higher. As I'm saying, like my low, the target I want realistically is this high right here, high current high a day. I don't know if we're gonna get all the way up to these. But yeah, lock in right now. Someone get Trump on the line, pending. Right when we hop in, we need a bomb or a mine or something. Not to hurt anybody. But we need like a failed attempt on trying to do something. Ceasefire, called off. Uncertainty spikes gold. We're chilling. Watch the indices just start running now. We'll see. External range high and ES is what we'll pay attention to. Same with previous day high on NQ. But gold is looking like it wants to form. It's just like the only sketchy thing I don't like now is how long it's kind of taken to close above here. You're hitting the external range of this 15-minute, right? An inside bar before. So we're hitting that high. Now we really need to see within the next 2 minutes, does it want to close above or come back in the range? Because it still kind of has this look, you know? That's what I don't want to see is we're about to get a candle 2 closure on the 5 minutes. So sorry, candle 2 closure on the 1 hour. And we've already tapped into this last imbalance on this leg. And having a pretty decent closure here. Pretty strong closer. Bombing kids to get TP. I made it very clear I don't want anyone to get hurt. That's the thing about being a trader. It's like, yeah, like we want volatility, but at what cost? Like people losing their lives? Like it sucks. That's like the reality of it. Events like that do move the market. But no, I do not wish pain or death on anyone. Okay. Let's see. This trade might be a bit of a grinder, but it needs to close above. On the wrong screen. I don't know if we're going to get it though. Nope. Damn. See, I'm not really interested anymore. I'm being honest. It's taking too long to get up and close above. Let's go look at the indices. New 11 o'clock candle. I mean, you can maybe look for a 5-minute. It just hasn't closed above here. To confirm it. So like you'd want to see this hourly candle stay in the upper half right here. Basically, this low stay intact. Or if it's going to take that low, sweep it really quick, come back in the range. I got to put the GT4 RS on the line. But we're getting like later into the morning too, which is kind of annoying. Kind of seeing this just like FOMO run. If that's what you're going to call it. Basically a mess in price action before we just start running. A FOMO run to a target that everyone and their mom was like wanting to target, just couldn't find an entry, including me. Hmm. So we swept this high now. And in Q, you're starting to kind of see YM. YM has also hit this high, like we talked about. Remember? You're going to come back down now? That's why I didn't want to enter long here. One, because there's no swing point on the higher time frames to trade away from. Just a lot of failure swings. But two, hitting this liquidity level. I don't want to enter all the way up here. So you might see at least a pullback. Really, it comes down to these down close candles. Are they going to support price and this low stay intact to go higher? Or are we just going to take this low out? Because what you'll see also is when you hit like liquidity like this, we are going to go higher. It'll sweep a protected low before moving higher and create almost like that breaker pattern. Yeah, I think Trump does trade the Asia. This thing is chopping now. Slow grind. Ew. I mean, this looks kind of decent for some reason. 4x. We're about to have this daily closure here. I don't know. I think oil could be a good short going into tomorrow, or yeah, tomorrow if we close bearish here. Gold just not wanting to behave. It's taking too long to close above here. So that makes me think it's still just in this consolidation. It might make another pass to this low, or at least retrace pretty hard. But now you're seeing like NQ strength flip flop. Got stopped out for the boys. Do we have any like higher time frame stuff on the? I mean, you might get a candle 3 closure on YM at that high. Look at the gaps on this 1 minute chart. Gross. Just can't get above there. I mean, you have hourly SMT right now. Here and here. At the hourly highs. What can I get? I'm curious. We have all these flare swings right here. This whole run, ever since market open, has just been up. I mean, equal lows here, swings all around. I'm not saying I'm looking to short YM, but yeah, look at gold now. Watch this low. God, I'm hungry. Maybe we hit previous day high on NQ and then that starts to sell off on YM. But you're about to see us hit equal highs on ES as well. So that could be a catalyst for a move. We just hit previous day high. Yeah, you're seeing this thing just run for the target. Uh, YM. It's kind of already done its thing. Let's see. But if you guys are enjoying the analysis, drop a like. If you're new here, subscribe. Hasn't been the most eventful morning, but we've stayed flat. I'd rather be flat than red. I don't know about you. I'm sure there's plenty of people who were trying to trade this and got chopped. And it looked like we were gonna have a nice setup here on the 15-minute. This 4-hour candle just couldn't close above, so it's just looking like more chop. On gold, it could play out later. Oil rebounding. Here's your candle 2 closure on the hourly. And you're seeing that wick be formed in the hourly. We swept this high. Now if I was looking for shorts, I want to see it come back down. Close below here. And do something like this. Right. Kind of looks like a head and shoulders, right? We're close. Close to this high. On NASDAQ. Look on the 30-minute though. We're about to hit this 30-minute imbalance on YM. We just had we got so close. All right, and the 4-hour telling the story, you know. I said I was bullish. We did the poll. Why? Just the structure is still bullish on the 4-hour. And this imbalance right here. Still supporting price. So yeah, it's very choppy up and through here. But zooming out, No reason to flip biases yet. Just kind of chopped for a minute. And they kind of just started, you know what? We're going to go take all-time highs. Why not? But tons of failure swings all right here. And here, and here. It's not a very clean day, especially with that drop at Asia. Kind of messed around. We kind of just consolidated after, you know? And then the open came around. Let's see, we just hit previous day high. New all-time high on NASDAQ. What does it want to do now? I'll give it till like 11:30 to see what the reaction is here. And if it's subpar or just not really nothing, then we'll call it then. But if we do get a reaction and a decent candle closure on like a higher time frame, then we'll check it out. But now you're seeing gold get active. Kind of annoying. And we talked about oil, right? Going to see it come up into here and move lower. And you're seeing that now. Come on, man. Gold being a dick. Yes, still has some room till its external highs. All right, let's see how we react. So far, you have some SMT here and here. With these highs right here. Here and here. So, got 9 minutes until this 30-minute closes. Closes below the opening price here on the previous 30-minute. That would be a candle 3 closure with SMT. We could very well just keep pushing higher. If that's the case, then I'll just hop off. But if we get it, if we start to kind of see a sharp reaction within the next like 10 minutes or so and close bearish, Maybe look for a scalp back into the range. But if not, like I'm not gonna force anything. It's already late in the morning. It's got to be like obvious. Otherwise, we can call it at 11:30 ish. But that's like my limit for the morning. Man, that shit hella annoying, bruh. I mean, this swing, if it took out this low on gold, right here, protected swing here, as we just confirmed, you could probably enter like right here on the open of this candle, stop here. If it had taken this low out, maybe try and get a 2R, right? Or limit here. I guess it took it out here. I don't know. Just too much like, it's just like there's nothing's really in sync for my liking. Could very well just start running. But it'll do it without me. Yeah, it's not the best conditions to be pushing the button in indices or the metals at the moment. They were looking good. And then we started consolidating. You could get like a 30-minute closure here. But then stop would go here for me. You'd have to get previous day high for a 2R. I just don't know if we have that much room or have that juice in us. I don't know if gold has that dog in it to get all the way up there. We've already hit one side of the ADR, and now we're kind of just consolidating around the daily open. So it could just put in this reversal candle, continue chopping-ish, maybe slowly grind up into here. I don't know if we're going to hit all the way up here without, you know, a Trump tweet. Yeah, exactly. Work hard for bad trades. Like the best setup should just jump off the chart at you. If you had to sit here and like force one and like really get nitty gritty on it and like get basically be a crackhead to find it, like you're basically forcing a trade. So it kind of feels like that's what I'm trying to like do with this gold setup at this point. Let's see. 5 minutes until the close of this 30-minute. The real question is, where should I go get some lunch? Take my lunch break and go somewhere. It's nice out. I'm going to do a poll. All right. Where should Zach eat for lunch? All right, we have first option. Barbecue. Barbecue restaurant. The next option. We could go somewhere like seafood, like fried seafood. Mexican, like burger / like American. All right. Am I missing any? That's it. All right. This is what it's come to when the market's slow. If you want to have a say on what I eat today, feel free to go vote. You get 2 votes for Mexican. It's Thursday. Taco Thursday. Three votes for Mexican. We got Latinos in the chat. 4 votes for Mexican. All right. Oh, here we go. Burger. Someone said burger. A burger kind of sounds nice. Seafood. We'll close the poll at 11:30. You guys have no, what do you call it? Not national spirit. Patriotism. Dollar margaritas at Applebee's. I couldn't even tell you where an Applebee's is near me. Charleston, where I live, has probably the highest concentration per square foot of high quality restaurants. Like more than New York. Or maybe it competes with New York. But there's not even fast food downtown except maybe like a KFC and Taco Bell in one building, split, and then a McDonald's. That's it. Yeah, I know. I'm saying everyone else who didn't vote burger. Where's the patriotism? All right. We're going to close the poll here in a second. $30 seconds. Yeah, look at that. Ew. All right. Closing the poll. Mexican is the winner. Barbecue and burger came in second. Seafood last. Yeah, seafood is more like a dinner thing for me. But anyways. Appreciate you guys popping in. We're going to call it here. Kind of a choppy morning. The slow FOMO move to the upside. But yeah. We'll come back tomorrow. Finish out the week on a Friday. Potentially get a setup. I call high quality one. But we'll end it here. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace.